welcome you to the campus of Southern Virginia University here in Buena Vista, Virginia. In Knights Arena on the Knights Broadcasting, we are bringing you the USA South Women's Basketball Conference Championship between the Southern Virginia University women's basketball team. The Knights come in tied in the Eastern Conference for the Eastern Division Conference Championship. They're going up against the Berea College Mountaineers, both teams playing yesterday in the semifinals. And this player right there, an incredible player, Aaliyah Hampton, scored 38 points in the semifinal effort. And it'll be an opportunity tonight for the Knights to go up against one of the very best players, first team all-conference, and Hampton will test all of the Knight defenders. I am Scotty Winterton, joined by my colleague Skylar Johnson. Skylar, you got a chance to call that game, the semifinal game with Berea and Greensboro last night.
Absolutely. We see a huge block down here from Katie, and you had an opportunity to call there. The Southern Virginia semifinal, we saw that all night. Katie Garish with the block right there, but you mentioned Aaliyah Hampton. First team all-conference is a sweet inside bucket right there to Newman. Aaliyah Hampton popped off for 38 points in the semifinal game, contributed a lot for her team, as well as 5 rebounds and 5 assists, is a certified bucket, pulls up from 3 here, and just as I said that, knocked down the spot up 3. You have to contest every shot. She does not stop shooting. We see this press set up early for Berea here.
You know, it's amazing that Hampton's doing what she's doing right now from the three-point arc. She's only a 26% three-point shooter, and she's shooting right now like, you know, she's a Steph Curry 50% three-point shooter, and she's shooting with such confidence.
She's a confident dribbler as well. She has full confidence going towards the basket, but that right there was a play and a half. Savannah Christensen, we see back-to-back defensive plays from the Knights here. Huge block right there from Nan.
So one of the things the Knights have had an opportunity to do throughout the season is kind of out-athleticism their team, if you could say it like that. When you look at Garish and Savannah Christensen and Courtney McCrolla, they really play this very long, lead the conference in blocks. The defense is very aggressive, but they have these rim protectors. Then when you look at what Katie Garish has done, you know, over the last 2 or 3 years, she's the defensive player of the year. And she went up against the offensive player of the year, the overall player of the year in Skinner yesterday. And, you know, they really did a great job, almost kind of just taking her out of the game. And so today, the Knights are going to have to do the same thing to Hampton if they're going to want to be successful. From the Berea side, you know, you talked about some of the things that they need to do to be successful. What do you see for them that would be really important?
So Berea has many opportunities in the half-court set here against the Knights, and they're going to have to get to the free throw line. They got to the free throw line a whole bunch in that 82-68 win yesterday against Greensboro. Possession stays with Berea here, but they're going to have to continue to get to the free throw line against this Knights defensive, you know, front. And right now the Knights are doing great, you know, defending without fouling. Still 0 fouls between both teams early here. They're going to have to rebound incredibly well as well. They got so many offensive rebounds that helped them solidify that win against Greensboro. They're going to have to try to do that against this Knights team, which the Knights have proved to be a very stout rebounding team all season.
You're 32 opportunities for free throws yesterday for the Berea Mountaineers. And here you see the referees. We've seen in games past, Skylar, that kind of defense that Nan was playing with, that aggressive body. We've seen that be called. She does the little left and right, and then McCrolla with the body pushing Destiny Combs out of bounds. And Destiny Combs is, I mean, I think she carries around Windex in her socks because she is cleaning glass all day long. She comes in averaging 10 rebounds per game. Just an incredible player all the way around. Second on the team in scoring. Second on the team in scoring. But just really getting so many rebounds. She got 12 rebounds yesterday. Second chance opportunity for Berea right now. They talked about, Skylar, how that has got to be an emphasis for the Knights if they want to be very competitive in this game, it's going to come down to a lot of rebounding opportunities.
Absolutely. That second chance bucket right there from Hampton is what Berea made a living on against Greensboro yesterday. The Knights played well on defense and forced a quick three-pointer from Hampton, and it was off, and then giving up that offensive rebound set up that opportunity again for who else? Hampton knocked it down 5-2 here early for Berea. Knights so far doing well, beating this press, but not a whole lot of aggression in that press. They're either easing off. It hasn't been aggressive as that they were playing against Greensboro yesterday. No foul called on Spalding right there.
And Spalding doing a good job moving her feet, staying in front of Addison Newman. And then they're saying that Newman threw the ball out of bounds on the shot. It'll be Berea ball. Up by 3, 5-2. Very low scoring in the early going here. And McCrolla was in a great spot, forcing a difficult shot for Bailey Vanover, but then just kind of reached over, picks up her second foul. She'll have to check out of the game. Two fouls that probably didn't need to happen. The one down at the defensive end, kind of pushing Combs out of bounds. And here, great position. Stay straight up. She's probably still on the court.
As Vanover misses that free throw right there, Vanover had incredible success last game against Greensboro, getting to the free throw line. Berea didn't shoot an incredible percentage from the line, but they got to the line so many times. She's able to knock down that second one. Vanover had a quiet 17 points in that game, playing basically the entire game. The senior is very consistent for her team.
So last night, the Knights faced off against a team that pressured the ball in a way that I've rarely seen. Full court, man-to-man press, yet then looking to trap if you ever brought two offensive players together. This is a very different kind of defense in terms of it's full court. And the nice dish from Singer to Garish.
Yeah, and that's the offense that the Knights were needing right there. Great drive with that left hand from Singer inside to Katie, where only Katie could get it. And that's something you're else saying, oh, what a great play from Vanover to recover inside.
Unable to finish on the second rebound. Great job from Combs. Combs is going to get, she's already hitting the glass and getting the balls, getting second chance opportunities for her team, securing the defensive rebounds. This team has just the right combination, Skylar, the Berea Mountaineers, the right combination of players to complement each other. They really work well off each other. The Knights, we've seen this a lot because we've been doing these games all year long. We really feel like the way Addison Newman, Emma Camden contribute to getting the ball correctly to Christensen and Garish, like they complement each other really well.
Absolutely, it was a great cut right there between Singer and Newman. Singer back-to-back assists, driving right there was Christensen, ties it up here. Hampton with the ball, floater down the line, and just knocks it down. That is such a consistent shot. The Knights need to try to keep her out of the paint as much as possible, but so nifty with that left hand.
She is so slick from 6 feet in, 7 feet. Hampton has, I don't know, the arsenal, the amount of shots she has in her quiver is pretty incredible. We've seen her take 3 off-balance shots right now, and it wasn't like they kind of hit the rim and bounced around. All 3 of them never touched the rim. Like, she is spot on in how she delivers the ball to the basket.
Absolutely lethal with the basketball in terms of scoring, and then as soon as you bring a double team or you collapse her inside, she's going to dish it to any one of these scorers they have all over the floor. Destiny Combs, Destiny Love, Bailey Vanover, Spalding, they have scores all over the floor. They only played 8 deep. Both teams actually only played 8 deep in these semifinals. We're expecting that probably again today. So much scoring on the floor, and Greensboro had so much problems with trying to double Hampton, and she would dish it, get it back, knock down threes, and she's only made 1 3, I believe, on 2 attempts today, and she'll continue to shoot. It's going to be up to the Knights to, again, limit the offensive rebounds. She's going to take her threes, get the board, and move and make every offensive possession count. And for Berea, you're going to have to continue to shoot from the high clip that you're shooting at right now and work hard to get the offensive rebounds. I think we've seen a couple of offensive rebounds, the Knights just standing around, and need to continue to put bodies on bodies and It's so far been back and forth. Berea with a small 2-point lead here about halfway through the first, and so far so good here in Knight Arena.
Well, interestingly, Berea has taken 13 shots so far. The Knights have only taken 5. Down by 2 really has to do with the solid shooting of the Knights. I think that the way things are going, the Knights, and yesterday took a minute to figure out how to handle the press and the pressure of Piedmont. Seems like they'll have to do the same thing here. And here's Hampton. She will pressure in transition, unable to get the finish, taking up against 3 Knight defenders, no fear.
Great crossover move right there from Nan. Gonna draw the foul regardless. Looked like it was on the pass maybe on the shot. I believe it's gonna send her to the line, but what a great cross from that right to that left hand. So quick, Savannah Christensen.
Dalen Spalding committing the foul, the sophomore out of Lebanon, Kentucky. This team mostly hails from Kentucky. It's where the school is. They've got a couple players from outside Kentucky, Tennessee, and Texas, but the rest of the team, all homegrown players. Christensen bounces in off the front iron, her second. Knights now pulled a even game with the Mountaineers, and Berea really still, just like yesterday, leaning on the shoulders of Hampton. She's not only scoring for her team, but she's triggering the offense all the way around.
Yeah, this Berea team is very smart. Savannah Christensen going 2 for 2 at the free throw line. The Knights are going to have to continue to shoot from a high percentage of that free throw line because they're not going to get a whole lot of attempts. Crazy floater from the free throw line.
At the shot clock running down, 3, 2, 1. She let it go at 1.
Bang.
And then
shot.
the turnover in the pressure. That is the place where the Knights struggled in the first quarter yesterday. And you will see Miyazaki check in for the Knights at the scorers table.
Great
Unable
play
to
right there.
finish that. Again, Garish, she didn't get the block, but just altering that shot, making it very difficult.
Well, she didn't foul, which was super important right there. Nan with her back to the basket. Nobody better can score from anywhere on the court and decides to score from the block right there. Savannah Christensen getting active on offense here is a good sign for the Knights.
Dribble handoffs up top. Looking to trigger is Dalen Spalding. Passes and screens. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Spin move doesn't fall. Rebound to Christensen. Having checked in for the Berea Mountaineers. They have all the same starters in. So both teams playing mainly 5 or 6 players. The Knights now have an additional Miyazaki has come in, and then we mentioned earlier Anna Singer coming in for Courtney McCrolla. So they've already put in 7 players. The Mountaineers checking in for their Drea Satori. She got significant minutes yesterday as well. From the free throw line, 15-footer goes down. Shooting with confidence. Anna Singer, she's been there, done that. Been a part of this program for a long time.
Yeah, with Emma Camden on the bench, we talked about it before the game. Camden didn't score in that win yesterday against Piedmont. Nice turnaround jumper through the contact. This time Destiny Combs makes it count.
Destiny Combs turning hand right in her face. I thought that was a tip ball even, and she puts that ball down really clean. Very aggressive out of Bailey Vanover. Only 5'4", but she plays so strong. Over the top, left-handed. Great job getting into the block. Also having checked in Curry McKeithen. It's number 23, the 5'11" sophomore forward from Richmond, Kentucky, Madison Central High School.
Yeah, that's a great entry pass right there from Nam, nearly unguardable. Hampton here with the right hand, driving hard against Newman, falls through and travels. That'll get Knights fans fired up here to end the first.
She was pinballing in between Newman and Garish. Christensen into Miyazaki. This 1-2-2 press, really aggressive, looking for traps in the corners, right at the timeline. Kick out to Anna Singer. Anna Singer shoots it and cans the three-pointer. That high arcing shot, beautiful with that left hand. Great push in transition. No foul called. Rebound goes the length of the court in the barn. Knights now up by 5. Energy is picked up all the way around. You got the fans getting into it. You know, it pays to be the division champions and have the opportunity to play at home in the playoffs, because there's nothing like playing at home.
Absolutely, and there's also nothing that fires up a crowd more than that three-point bomb right there from Anna Singer, coming off the bench when the Knights need scoring, able to get a quick lead here to end that first period. Berea, only committing that one turnover to end the quarter there on that travel. A very efficient quarter from Berea, just giving up 9 rebounds to the Knights in that first one. Only 4 fouls between the two teams. Both teams shooting, pretty well. The Knights 7 of 9 field goal percentage right now. Couldn't ask for much more, and just a great back and forth and a lot of energy, as you said, here in Knight Arena.
Berea getting so much opportunity on the offensive end where they're getting rebounds. Kind of mentioned the Knights out rebounding by 9 to a total of 5, but like you said, 4 offensive rebounds. That's resulted in 18 shots, along with the Knights with 6 turnovers in the first quarter, and that's going to result, on pace for 24. That's significantly over the Knights' 19 per game. But we saw last night Berea continue to be able to get turnovers in their game. The Knights, who were turning the ball over a lot in the first quarter, figured out the press. Miyazaki with the turnaround, quick shot, and over the back from Katie Garish against Destiny Combs. Destiny Combs, 5'9", gives up a good bit of height to Garish, who's 6'3", but the way that she rebounds, the way that she boxes out, how smart she is reading the ball coming off the rim, she is one of the very best rebounders. She's very much in the lines of like a Dennis Rodman, right, where it's not about size, it's about location, it's about reading the ball and then doing your work early to box out the offensive player. Getting to the left hand and the soft floater, kisses it off the glass. Beautiful shot from Hampton.
Yeah, Hampton so confident with that left hand. Definitely have to get 2 people on her. Entry pass here from Katie. Beautiful from Anna Singer. Anna Singer is alive and well right now for the Knights and are leading this team on offense. What an entry pass to Katie Garish, who had great separation down low there.
Anna Singer only had 6 points last night. No assists. She's already, they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Miyazaki.
And that's something the Knights definitely need to limit as much as possible going forward in this game. Hampton has such an ability to get to the basket and draw fouls. You have to continue to defend without fouling, as we see McCrolla having to miss a good amount of time here with her 2 fouls, and now a couple players approaching that 2-foul mark, and it's just got to be about the Knights to continue to stay vertical and not foul Hampton, who again just such an ability to get herself to the line and then shoots a great percentage as well.
So last night, Anna Singer, no rebounds, no assists, no steals, no blocks, 6 points. Already today, Singer, as that ball is missed, but Bailey Vanover, Johnny on the spot, comes up with the ball. Singer already has 5 points, but 1 rebound and 3 assists. Just getting really involved. Nice cut from Combs, and the finish is she cut backdoor against Savannah Christensen. Finishes with the right hand. Camden gets the ball across the timeline against that aggressive defense. Into Newman. Newman, nobody in her way, gets the basket and the blocking foul called. Incredible job from Addison Newman, recognizing that it was like Moses in the Red Sea. The whole defense parted for her, and she said, all right, I'll pass.
Well, there was definitely some help there. Katie Garish had incredible positioning, able to stop that help side defender in her tracks. The Knights unable to convert that free throw right there, but again, Newman just confidently goes straight to the basket. Speaking of go straight to the basket, Bailey Vanover, again, straight to the hole, just can't get the roll. The Knights again pushing in transition.
Nice back door against, and the hands against Vanover. Vanover up to the task, and this time Camden getting back. It's a 3-on-2. Christensen back into Singer. She'll find the 1-2-3 TikTok passing, and Camden can't finish. She struggled to put some points on the board. She didn't score last night, held scoreless. Has not happened very often, but really her role is not to be the scorer on the team. Her role is to control the ball, get assists. She averages that holy grail of 2 assists per turnover, which is what you really want out of your point guard. Anything over 2 is fantastic.
That's a great defensive possession right there from the Knights. No fouls, a whole shot clock wasted right there, and ended up with a defensive rebound, able to set up in half court. Great backdoor cut. Fade away, knockdown from the free throw line. Nan is feeling it right now.
Christensen also first-team all-conference player last night, going against the conference player of the year in Skinner. The SVU Knight crowd very much letting the conference know that they felt that Savannah Christensen should have been player of the year. Awesome opportunity here for the Knights as they get the turnover between Emma Camden and Addison Newman, the way they play against opposing teams' point guards, especially I think taking the challenge on of playing against Aaliyah Hampton. Aaliyah Hampton coming into this game is the second leading scorer, right, in the conference. And last night the Knights went up against the third leading scorer in the conference in Skinner, and they held her in check for most of the game. Christensen misses that, jumps in front of the rebounder. Destiny Love grabs her own rebound, able to put it up and finish. And Anna Singer, who had a couple foul calls yesterday, just putting 2 hands on the offensive player.
Yeah, a little miscommunication right there between a couple different players on who has who, as assistant coach Brett Schroeder stands up and tells them to huddle up and communicate. Knights are scrapping right now. What a scrappy little play between Newman getting the steal and then drawing the foul, and then Nan getting her own rebound and putting it back up. Knights need to continue to make them work on defense here. Newman maybe gets caught with a little check right there on Hampton, but you talked about it. Newman is a scrappy defensive player, and the freshman, strays away from no challenge, brings the ball up for her team. Just plays an incredible role for her, very veteran-heavy squad.
And you mentioned it, the fact that she's a freshman and steps in and really takes that defensive challenge on. It's really fantastic. Checking in, Jaden Merriweather, the freshman from Greenville, Tennessee, 5'9" guard. Nice inside-out move into a very difficult space. Christensen staying tall and not really giving the refs an opportunity to make a foul call by just staying as tall and not really looking to block the ball, just get in the way. Garish finishing today in a way that we haven't seen her finish in a couple games.
Yeah. You simply can't front Katie Garish without a backside cover down, and got caught right there. Katie, beautiful entry pass off that right wing and makes it count. You said it. The Knights are finishing at the basket. Savannah Christensen 4 for 6 right now with 10 points. Garish 4 for 5 with 8, really sharing the scoring load over there for Berea. Hampton getting it all done for her team. 12 points on 10 shots. Combs behind her with 4. But the Knights are spreading the ball around, and we talk about it almost every time the Knights play here in Buena Vista. They rack up the assist columns like crazy. Already 9 assists for the Knights. Every time they score, it's all in a symbiotic way. The Knights are shooting at 70% from the field. They've only shot 2 threes, which is what we'd assumed, as they've been struggling from beyond the arc. Haven't taken a whole lot, but shooting 70% from inside, and that's how you continue to build lead, is points around the basket.
Yeah, and I think that assist concept you're bringing up is really important to understand in terms of how Berea has been able to play against other teams. They have only given up to other teams 11.9 assists per game, right? So when you talk about, and you mentioned it, the Knights come in, they crush it. They average 19 assists per game. which is 10 over what Berea will give up on an average basis over the course of the season. Can the Knights continue to share in a way that puts pressure on the Berea defense to cover a lot of different players and not just be able to focus on one? If they can do what they've done to other teams, they'll do really well. Nice opportunity for Destiny Love. Just stops, shoots it with confidence, takes the 16-footer like it was going to be butter from a layup. And pushing it forward now is Newman, gets across the timeline with the help of Garish.
Yeah, such a veteran move right there from Newman with the basketball. Doesn't panic as that press comes. Been there before. Takes care of business.
8 seconds left on the shot clock. Awesome defense underneath from Dalen Spalding, denying that entry pass late in the shot clock to Christensen. Anna Singer now squares up against Hampton. I mentioned second leading scorer in the conference.
Yeah, I love this matchup right here. Anna Singer, as they get the switch matchup here, Anna Singer. Now Nan draws Hampton. Hampton with the right hand, just what they wanted.
And Hampton goes back. Gets her own rebound. Now gets to the left hand. But Katie Garish puts the ball back down as Garish and Savannah Christensen helping Hampton up. Great show of sportsmanship. That old saying, real recognize real. Both those players recognize exactly what Hampton brings. And Katie Garish and Savannah Christensen, first team all-conference, reach down and help out their all-conference teammate.
Absolutely. Hampton's a baller, and who else, wouldn't want the competition of the Defensive Player of the Year right there, meeting her at the ring. And we've seen Garish, block a lot of shots here in Knight Arena. Garish has a little bit something on it right now. As another block, but called for body was Newman. See, I talked about this a lot, and Hampton's going to continue to do this. She's going to get herself to the free throw line consistently. And then as soon as that defense backs up, she's going to start popping off three-pointers. She did it yesterday, and the Knights need to continue to, to mix it up, get different bodies on her, and continue to guard her. But what a display of offense from Hampton.
Yeah, she got to the line 9 times, hit 6. But Bailey Vanover, a great compliment to the play of Hampton, got to the line 9 times also. Vanover currently not on the court, as those 2 foul shots bring the Mountaineers to within 6. 4:21 left in the second quarter. We see a little bit more of a man-to-man press going on right now. It'll morph into more of a, kickball. No immediate whistle. That was interesting. Eventually they get the kick on Spalding.
Inbounding for the Knights, subbing in for the game for the first time, is Allie McRolla. Haven't seen Courtney since she got that second foul. Allie making minutes here in the conference championship game, as long as Taylor. Misaki.
Camden. Misaki with the inbound. McRolla can't really find a spot. She does find a cutting Camden. And Camden, yesterday talked about her coming up with 0 points. She also really struggled to kind of find an opportunity to generate points. She didn't get a single free throw attempt. This one will be on the court, so no free throw opportunity for her, but it'd be great to see her drive a little bit and get in a position to maybe get some points from the free throw line. Misaki now squaring up against Merriweather. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Garish will have to put the ball up. She does. Can't finish with the left hand.
Not a bad move from Garish right there, but you'd love to see her follow her shot a couple different times. Both Garish and Nan have faded away from their jumpers. As a block right there, but a foul, I believe, is going to be called on Garish.
Yeah, that'll be her second foul. She'll probably come out. McRolla, who also has 2, will come in. So now in for the Knights, both McRolla sisters, Addison Newman. The younger McRolla, Alyssa, will check out as Anna Singer checks in. 2 fouls, I believe, for her also.
Yeah, Knights need to play smart here.
She only had 1 foul.
Knights need to play smart here while in foul trouble. Courtney McRolla played 39 minutes in the game yesterday. Just sat a good amount of time here. Courtney needs to make sure she's playing smart and not fouling, as well as Savannah, who is foulless right here, but had 5 fouls in the game yesterday. Definitely needs to make sure she plays smart.
Emma Camden puts the ball up, loses it in the air. She had 2 players she could go to. The pump fake gets underneath, tries to reverse it with Spalding, and they're going to be a jump ball called. It'll be Knights ball. No, sorry, it'll be Berea ball.
Yeah, interesting defensive play right there on the driving Spalding. I thought it was going to be a foul called right there, but a jump gives the ball to Berea. Destiny here with the ball, the back to basket, turnaround, floater, knockdown. We've seen her make a couple of those confident moves with her back to the basket. The 5'9" junior knocks it down.
Yeah, when you watch her with the ball, I mean, that's the second one, as you mentioned, the second time that she's hit a turnaround with a hand in her face as McCrolla and Combs go down. That one misses badly, but they're going to get a foul call underneath the basket. Great job by Vanover. Again, getting the rebound. She just sticks her nose in and goes and has just a sixth sense for where that ball is going to be. And then she gets to the basket. Like I said, 9 free throws yesterday.
You said it. She has an eye for the ball. 4 white jerseys right there. Nobody puts a body on Bailey Vanover, and she comes up with the board and gets herself to the free throw line. And that's how you get back into the game. We saw Greensboro go up a couple different times against the Mountaineers. Berea just battled back and then ended up winning that game pretty handily. Berea right now battling back against this Knights team, and they're doing it by continuing to be efficient and not make mistakes. Just 3 turnovers on the day to the Knights 11.
Yeah, that's the story of the game right now, and you brought it up. Can the Knights handle the pressure of Berea? And right now they are not handling the pressure in the full court, but in the half court, unable to finish was Newman. 3-on-2. Vanover will kick it long. Shot doesn't fall. So close for Jaden Merriweather.
Yeah, Merriweather knocked down a couple corner threes yesterday. She has the ability to knock that down. The Knights need to make sure they're closing out on shooters. Courtney, great positioning here on Destiny. Just can't get the look. A little contact right there, but no call.
In transition is Satori.
Yeah, Satori comes off the bench but handles the ball really well, and is another confident, guard for Berea. Doesn't score a whole lot, but racks up, other, in the other columns, rebounds, assists, steals.
The Knights are switching up top on all of these high screens. They're not really a screen and roll. They're not looking to roll off or really do much with the post. They really want to create driving opportunities off that screen. The Knights in their motion offense, just a little bit long was that ball for Christensen, but she hustles, gets the ball back, throws it off the leg of Satori, and it'll stay Knight ball. That kind of effort is the championship level effort that it's going to take, and we're seeing it from both teams today. The Knights are currently in the bonus. They have 5 fouls. The Mountaineers have 3, so they have a foul to give. Minute 25 left. Entry pass denied into the arms of McCrolla. And they're going to call Christensen with the body. Smart play from Spalding as she drove in, put her hips into the body of Christensen and goes up.
Yeah, smart play for sure by initiating all the contact on Christensen. Christensen completely vertical right there. Not sure what else could do besides the old Olay and just let her through, but foul nonetheless sends Spalding to the line, ties it up here with that first one knocked down.
Yeah, the Knights at one point were up 10, I believe, right? And so the closing in the last 5 minutes, fantastic job on the heels of those 12 turnovers, giving them also 8 offensive rebounds, 8 second chance points, and 10 points off turnovers. Gives the Mountaineers a 1-point lead.
Confident dribbling right there from Newman, saves a turnover, as that is exactly what the Berea press wants you to do, is dribble into that spot right there.
Yeah, it was a triple team. You're gonna pass your way around this zone press Camden not able to finish, and they're going to say, out of bounds. Jaden Merriweather grabbed the ball, but her heel was on the baseline. And it'll stay Knights ball with 20-second shot clock, 51 on the game clock. Knights down by 1.
I'd say the key here for the Knights is to be patient. You got 20 seconds here. Don't need to force anything that isn't perfect. Courtney goes straight down the line and knocks it down regardless. Risky play right there from Courtney. Pays off, retakes the lead early into that shot clock.
Sneaks that ball in, and then all the way down. No one really stops the ball. Satori does her own sneaky play, getting into the paint and then right up underneath the defense. Fantastic play. Anything you can do, I can do better, says Satori. And this time she reaches on the defense. I think she was in great position, didn't need to reach. I think it'll be on the ground. Yeah, it won't be a shooting foul, but the next shooting foul will be a shooting foul for the Knights, who are already in the bonus.
Again here, I would say be patient. Try to get a good look here. Just a 1-point game here. Don't need to force anything. Newman hard with that right hand. And you'll take that right there, getting herself to the free throw line.
A foul on Bailey Vanover, the 5'4" guard, senior from Richmond. Very few seniors on this team. Vanover is one of them. There's another senior, Leah Parker, and Destiny Love, number 21. She and Vanover are the two kind of driving seniors for this team. Hampton's a junior and missing that one, so we're a tie game with 10 seconds left. Satori will trigger off that high pick, looking to get inside the key. She does. Vanover will take the shot as the clock ends and comes to double zeros. She misses the rim altogether. And so here we are, Skylar. We get to play 20 minutes of basketball, and at the end of 20 minutes of basketball, what we know is these two teams are really well matched up, and they're both really good. 30 apiece, but very interesting when you look down the stat line, Skylar. It's kind of everything you talked about. Can the Knights manage through the pressure and press of the Mountaineers? And yesterday they did against some very intense pressure from Piedmont. Today they're not handling it so well. 12 turnovers.
Absolutely, and on the other end, Berea's taking care of the ball really well. Just 4 turnovers over there for them. They're getting to the free throw line. They shot 12 free throws and went 75%. 9 of their points coming from the free throw line. The Knights aren't shooting the 3 ball as much, only 2 attempts, 1 of 2. They are basically split even in the rebounding column as well. So we knew this one was going to come, down to the wire. And what else would you want in a conference championship? Something significant. The Knights have 12 turnovers. Berea has 10 steals on those 12 turnovers. So definitely, it's to credit of that presser from the senior guard Bailey Vanover, and then Spalding and Hamilton just doing incredibly well down low and playing perimeter defense. And the Knights need to continue to pass the ball, and both teams need to look to get to the free throw line, and on the other end, try to limit getting the other team to the free throw line. So we're excited for the second half and can't wait.
If the Knights can handle the pressure a little bit better and limit the number of shots, as you mentioned, only 30% from the field goal stat is Berea College. Knights shooting 56%. If they start to handle the pressure a little bit and limit the second chance points, which currently they have 8, the Mountaineers, I think you'll see that the Knights calm down a little bit and come at this thing with a little bit more poise. But Berea wants to keep turning this thing into chaos. But they have players, when you look at the way that Spalding, Vanover, Hampton, Satori push the ball, and then watching Destiny Love, Destiny Combs do some of the kind of dirty work and getting rebounds and boxing out, really trying to make life difficult on the defense end for the Knights. This is exactly what Berea wants. And as you said yesterday, it was back and forth, but their constant pressure, just so hard to handle. And they're going to do it again. There's no doubt that there's another 20 minutes if you're a SVU Knight in white that you're going to see 5 girls in gray in your face for the next 20 minutes. So we'll take about a 10-minute break and come back, discuss a couple concepts and ideas and strategies for the second half for both these teams. Don't go away. welcome you back to Southern Virginia University Knights basketball broadcasting. We're bringing you this confrontation between two of the best teams in the USA South, Berea College Mountaineers and the Southern Virginia University Knights. First half didn't really decide anything. What we know, as we mentioned on the break, is that both these teams are really good and they're very even. And the score 30-30. We're looking at two really great coaches leading their teams into this conference championship. Gotta mention that Coach Lynette Schroeder was voted Conference Coach of the Year. But on the other side, Trent Noby, in his first season as the coach of the Mountaineers, he was also voted Conference Coach of the Year. And so these two coaches, Trent Noby in his ninth season at Berea. This is only the second season for Lynette Schroeder, assisted by her husband, Brett Schroeder. They've done a fantastic job building on the foundation that Adam Wardenberg in 2019 and winning the Capital Athletic Conference Championship had built as McCrolla is checked in. Both these coaches do a great job of teaching clear fundamental basketball, but just as important, college basketball, as all college sports, is about recruiting. It's the lifeblood, and getting up and underneath and splits the defenders is Addison Newman. Recruiting is the lifeblood, and both these coaches have recruited some fantastic players. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the first season for Aaliyah Hampton. She was the D3 Hoops National Freshman of the Year, as well as the USA South Player of the Year as a freshman. So, this great rebound underneath, and then the foul. That's the third foul on McCrolla. Fantastic rebound from Destiny Love, the senior from Bardstown, Kentucky.
Yeah, that's a tough foul on McCrolla. You hate to see it, but also great positioning, pays off right there. 21 for Berea. Destiny Love able to get positioning and draw that foul. That is a tough break for the Knights. McCrolla's already had to miss a considerable amount of this game, and she's going to come out early here. The Knights have to lean on their bench a little bit here in terms of both defense and offense because of what McCrolla brings to the table.
Yeah, a little bit different now in terms of who can cover who, but coming in for her is Anna Singer. Anna Singer did a great job. The up and under, and then can't finish. Christensen tracks the ball down, gets it to the hands of McCrolla. McCrolla into Newman. Newman can't finish, but she does draw the foul. She'll go to the foul line.
Yeah, that was a great move from McCrolla, who we've seen do that consistently, able to get herself wide open. Just can't get it to fall, but heads-up play from Christensen keeps it in bounds, and Newman, who's just cutting towards the basket. And a lot of the times Newman's defender is moving over to double over there on Courtney or Katie or Savannah, and it's leaving Newman open, and she is moving without the basketball incredibly well.
Yeah, really seeing her development in terms of basketball IQ over the course of the season.
Yeah, now Newman with 9 points and continues to get herself to the free throw line. That was her fourth and fifth attempt.
Vanover dribbles, looking to get the ball into Hampton. The high screen coming, trying to navigate that is Newman. Little Euro doesn't result in anything, but the shot from Love turns into a shot for the fantastic drive from Combs. Christensen draws her third foul.
That is a frustrating third foul, but again, how else are you doing it right there? They're getting offensive rebounds, and they're going right back up, and although Nan was vertical, definite body contact initiated regardless, and that's going to send them to the line.
So two of these fouls on the turnover from Christensen. She cannot afford to foul right here. Ball is missed. It's going to result in staying. Wow. I'm not really sure about that call, but I'm 60 feet from it. The referee was right there. 34-34.
Yeah, you said it. Nan couldn't foul right there. Elects to just stomp the feet and keep her hands down, and Hampton just a little light with the power and it off. And yeah, you said it. I'm not sure what.
But then looking at Vanover, right? She just
Yeah.
Vanover. I mean, between two Knight defenders, two Knight rebounders, she's the one that gets really underneath that, and it may have been off of her, may have been off of the Knight. Either way, she's creating opportunities for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Vanover's IQ continues to show the way she plays. Hasn't sat a whole lot today. The senior guard is consistent as ever. Not a lot of scoring here in this game. Defensive battle for sure. the Knights need to try to get the ball inside. Hampton has cooled off, 14 points, hasn't scored in a little while. But neither team has scored, as both teams have just been defensively putting on a show so far.
Yeah, the Mountaineers average about 66 points per game. They're not far off that right now, but the Knights are averaging 73 points per game, 78 points in conference. And they're a good 10, 12 points below their season average if the pace continues. And the Knights are now at 13 turnovers, which really they need to find a way to continue to take care of the ball. The offensive rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds for Berea, and that results in a 2 more points for them as they go up by 2.
Yeah, they just are relentless in the way they play the game, and a great inbound positioning, gets an easy bucket here. Again, Garish fades away from the pressure of Love.
Yeah, Love doing a really good job in the post, forcing Garish about a foot or 2 beyond kind of her comfort zone with that shot.
Yeah, definitely would love to see Garish throw some pump fakes and try to get herself to the line rather than just the first attempt after the entry pass. What a floater.
You know, you feel like as a defender you're in good position, but against her, she stops and she throws that floater up, and you're not in good position because she's so deadly with that 8-foot shot.
Yeah, and that's over, Katie Garish, who's listed at 6'3", and that's a tough one. Great backdoor cut and feed leads to the and one. Nan Christensen fired up right in front of her student section.
She is so good on those backdoor cuts, and this is the best passing that we've seen in the 4 years of Katie Garish's career here at SVU. She's really doing a great job of connecting with Christensen. We see that out of Camden. We would expect that out of your point guard. Front, back, side to side, hits the rim 4 times and then falls in. I think the rule is if it hits the rim 5 times, it's an automatic bucket, right?
It's got to be.
Triggering her up top is Combs against Christensen, and Christensen has to be careful. And they're really going to go at her and try and force a 4th foul, which would definitely put her on the bench for most of the rest of the half. So she's got to stay out of that 4th foul. Garish, 8-footer, does not go down. Combs looks to trigger the offense.
Great defensive play right there from Nan to stay vertical, no whistle, of course not. No contact right there.
Not only did she stay vertical, but she basically, she walked herself out of the play backwards. She's like, I got to get out of here. Kind of bailed on it and did a good job not drawing that 4th foul. Man, it feels like Coach is really putting a lot of trust in her senior to not get that foul. And the floater, great job from Hampton again.
Yeah, Hampton is just so efficient around the basket. She hasn't had a whole lot of misses from around the paint, as we see an errant pass from Nan. That's a tough ask for Emma Camden to catch in the post there.
Yeah, 3-point lead for the Mountaineers. Vanover will bring the ball up. Knights really have backed off, mainly because of the foul situation in any kind of full court or 3-quarter press.
Another floater from Hampton, who, of course, gets her own rebound.
Of course she does. What else would she do?
She is just putting on a display of athleticism right now. Shooting the ball nearly every time she drives to the basket. 16 shot attempts on the day, 18 points already here in the 3rd period for Hampton, who again had 38 last time she stepped on Knight Arena's floor. Another block here from Nan.
The drive and kick is not really part of this team's DNA. It's a drive and shoot team.
And they love those mid-range jumpers. They have 4 or 5 players that can shoot it.
Little beating. There's Addison Newman giving Hampton as good as she gets. Gets to her left hand and is able to finish.
Yeah, you love the scrappiness from Newman, who's just continues to be effective. 11 points today. Again, another mid-range jumper knocked down from Berea, who, you said it, loves to shoot, and are going to continue to shoot all night.
Caught Katie Garish kind of napping on that. She was looking to help. So that basket didn't really – it's not that Garish was being lazy. She wasn't at all. She was looking to help out in the defensive end because that's what she's had to do, and they did a great job finding Love.
Yeah, step back three, unable to knock that down. That would have been impressive to say the least from Nan. A little James Harden move right there. A little tie up here. Going to call it a jump ball.
It'll stay on the Berea end, and we'll get our first media timeout of the second half.
Yeah.
So that last jumper from Love being set up when Hampton has the ball, you see Katie Garish basically playing a full help position. And that was the first time we've seen the offensive players of the Berea Mountaineers really play with their head up in terms of finding that kind of cross-key pass that has been open, but they're not looking for it because they're just looking to shoot, which they're finishing, and I'm not saying they shouldn't keep doing what they're doing, but that was a really sneaky play to capitalize on Katie Garish overplaying the help.
Absolutely. Hampton continues to impress on how smart she is. Destiny Combs putting up 12 points and 7 rebounds. You know, she's got a couple buckets around the basket, shoots the mid-range well. Destiny Love also knocked down 2 of those mid-range jumpers. I've been impressed so far between both teams and the way they've been able to rally back and forth. We're pretty much split even up, besides the Knights dominating in the paint. 24 points in the paint for the Knights. I think a big thing, Berea gets offensive rebounds like nobody else. 12 offensive rebounds already given up from a much taller Knights team. Berea, able to get those rebounds and then put together 12 second chance points, and that's the difference right now in the scoreboard.
And it's not just Destiny Combs doing it. It's Love, it's Vanover, it's Hampton getting their hands on balls, getting multiple rebounds, and to your point, multiple offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and that's something you can't really teach. That's a lot of effort and just hustle, and as we've been talking about it, IQ, eye for the ball. Nan takes a charge, and they're going to call a foul.
A foul on Savannah Christensen. She can't really step in and leave that up to the refs. So now she's going to have to sit with her 4th foul. Very tough place for the Knights to be in when you have your first team all-conference and really your best offensive player leading the team with 15 points per game now on the bench. And explanation coming the way of Lynette Schroeder on that call.
Regardless of the call, you got to move on for the Knights, and it's next man up. Courtney McCrolla, also who's been limited with fouls today, has to increase her efficiency around the basket, needs to start scoring as well as Garish needs to score. We saw Anna Singer come off the bench and provide some offense for the Knights. You'd love to see some jump shots from the Knights go down as they set up in these full court, looks right here, as Berea is not going to go away. They're going to continue to pressure ball handlers. I'm excited. It's a great game right now. There's a lot of energy here in Knight Stadium. Both teams are playing well, and what else can you want? Camden for 3.
Camden for 3. It doesn't fall. Great rebound from Spalding, and she'll push quickly. Combs gets the ball to her left hand, up and under. She gets to the block. She goes switch to fakie and ends up using the front of the rim on that floater. Great job from her. 6-point lead. Biggest lead for Berea. Singer looks to get a shot to fall and can't quite get it, but McCrolla tracks down that ball, and now ball in the hands of McCrolla, and looks like that was Destiny Love. It'll end up being a jump ball, and it'll stay on this end of the court, Knights ball.
Yeah, short shot clock here for the Knights, and a bucket would serve you well for the momentum here for the Knights, getting something. Good little look here off an inbound play. Down low to McCrolla here. The double comes, and Hampton so smart on the defensive end.
And looks like they're going to get a charge call, and they do. Vanover, who's so good at pushing in transition, just doing a little bit too much right there. She had drawn the defense. She had an opportunity to kick. finding a teammate and just kind of doing a little bit too much there, but you got to love the effort, the commitment to the transition from Bailey Vanover. Camden reverse dribbles, kicks it out to Newman. Newman gets to her left hand, gets up underneath that. It doesn't fall, and now it's a 2-on-1. McCrolla trying to get back. The little jumper doesn't fall. McCrolla gets, and then that Vanover with the offensive rebound and the finish. She'll get a chance to go to the line with the foul. 8-point lead, looking to make it 9.
You cannot say enough of how these offensive rebounds are paying off for Berea. What a play right there from Bailey, able to get it back and up, and now has a chance for a 3-point play at the line.
And she makes that, giving him a 9-point lead.
9-point lead, and they're still coming out in that press, trying to bother this Knights team, and Newman's having to dribble it up all by herself, cutting. Camden drives, and that's a great sign. That's a great sign for the Knights.
If Camden can get on track, somebody's got to make up for the lack of Savannah Christensen's scoring. It's going to have to surely be a team effort. And then who's going to, nice kick. The block from McCrolla. 14 seconds on the shot clock, back out to Hampton. And they're tracking down all the loose balls right now.
That's a great defensive play, but again, another opportunity here for Hampton. You can't give her these opportunities. And another offensive rebound and a foul called on Camden. Now that is a heartbreaking defensive possession for the Southern Virginia Knights.
That'll be Camden's first foul, but it is the Knights' 5th, so it will result in a 2-shot opportunity for Vanover.
You can hear head coach Lynette Schroeder over here telling her team, you have to put a body on somebody. Now that's something we talked about as a key for Berea to out-rebound the Knights. Now Berea is commanding lead in the rebounding category, and they're getting it done on the offensive end. 15 offensive rebounds, and we're not in the fourth quarter yet, given up from this Knights team. Berea is out-hustling them on the glass.
Yeah, and you're right, and it's really from the offensive side. That ball goes up, and they're pushing down. But I think you're right. It's not as much like they're not sending 5 women to the basket. They're just out-hustling the Knights. But it's systemic. It's kind of all over. They're out-hustling the Knights in terms of the 50-50 balls and the loose balls. They're all kind of going the way of Berea right now. And certainly the Knights can get back in this. There's no doubt. The Knights are in no way, shape, or form out of this game. It's just they've got to start to do some of the little things a little better in order to close this 9-point gap, which we've already seen Berea do earlier in the game. So,
absolutely, and then making free throws is going to be huge for the Knights. And just one more comment on Berea's offensive output. They have taken 50 shots today. They are 17 of 50 today, and that is because of all the different opportunities they get. Great steal off Courtney right there from Spalding, who's able to catch Courtney bringing the ball down off that offensive board.
Yeah, they come up with an offensive board, and then the guard play, it's just sneaky, whether it's Spalding or Vanover. They're just sneaky guards. Off the foot of Vanover. No foul called, 2-on-1. Camden pushes it over to Singer. Great job getting back on defense. Camden with a little 15-foot shot from the baseline. Gets it to go down. Knights down by 6. And Hampton looking to push the ball.
As open as Camden was, that's a tough shot when you're that open in space to knock down, especially Camden, we talked about, didn't score in the game yesterday. She's been struggling offensively. What a confidence-building jump shot right there. Somehow Hampton able to secure it again and get it back up. The Knights need to be smart and not turn over the ball here. Singer's still pushing.
Last minute of the third quarter, and almost grabbing that ball was Destiny Combs, the junior from Louisville.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Need to be smart right there. Moving down right there. Singer didn't really have a whole lot of numbers, tried to thread the needle to Katie, and it would have been an amazing look right there, but with, not a whole lot of time and down 6 here, definitely need to work it out. As you can get a good look here, Katie fades. Luckily gets called for that foul.
Yeah, again, a little bit, that 8-foot distance is right at the edge of her turnaround jump range. Now, she's got a great elbow free throw line, 10, 12-foot jumper when she's face up. In terms of fading and post moves, that's right at the edge, but she kind of gets bailed out with the foul on the arm from number 21, Destiny Love, the senior from Bardstown. So Garish, as you mentioned, she was kind of having to step up and do more. Gets that second bucket. She's got 10 points. Garish, the Springfield, Virginia native, coming out of Annandale High School in Northern Virginia, been such a staple on this Knights program for so long. If that goes in, that's such a sneaky. Oh, man, that was so good from Vanover. I can't believe it didn't fall.
Yeah, heads-up play right there from Camden. Getting great positioning now to set up in this half-court set. About a 6-second differential on clock here.
And game clock, yes. So
shot and game clock, excuse me.
10
Inside
seconds.
look here.
And no finish, and they're going to call the ball off of Combs. The fans and the bench can't believe it. Coach Lynette Schroeder doesn't care. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Got to play defense. Can't change the ref's mind. Vanover looked to trigger, should get it over to Combs. And of course, getting in the hands of Hampton. Hampton goes in, wants the foul call, no foul call. 2 seconds left.
As much as Hampton wants that foul called, both Knights defenders were backing off and vertical as she initiated contact, and that's a great call right there. 2 seconds here. Out
Ball
deep to
Combs. She goes up and just front rims it. That would have been a dagger. So the Knights, down by 5, claw back into it. The Berea Mountaineers, remember this was tied at 30, right? So both teams working really hard in that third period. Berea getting the bulk of, I think, the offensive output. And you and I talked about this. Really, it was kind of the smaller hustle plays. It was the 50-50 balls. There was the rebounding. It was those things that don't really necessarily say, okay, man, that person's the most amazing. But as they do those little things, it ends up resulting in second chance points, ends up resulting in fouls, putting the Knights in foul trouble. So, and the big story is Savannah Christensen with 4 fouls.
Absolutely, and you mentioned that she just came over to the scores table. She's going back in to start this fourth quarter. At least that's what it appears like. She has to play smart and keep herself in the game, and it's going to be tough. No doubt it's going to be tough. Cannot commit a single foul in 10 minutes, but she's going to have to play without fouling because they need her on the offensive end. On the defensive end, it's going to be up to Katie Garish and Courtney McCrolla stepping up and limiting anything easy from around the paint. You cannot foul Hampton going towards the basket. You cannot foul Vanover going towards the basket. They will knock down those free throws. And then over there for Berea to continue with this lead, they need to dominate the rebounds as they do it. Continue to get offensive rebounds. Continue to get yourself to the free throw line. Continue to get those second chance points that have built this lead. Continue to be smart and don't turn over the ball. Just 6 turnovers for Berea today. What a game. 5-point game last quarter. Let's go.
Conference championship. Hampton does have 3 fouls. And then up over the top. And a great job as Combs fight for the ball into Vanover. She'll pull it out and trigger. And the 3-point shot from Hampton. Back rim. Who else but Vanover, though, on that offensive rebound. Second offensive rebound of this series for the Mountaineers.
Somebody needs to box out Bailey Vanover because she is getting every offensive rebound. Speaking of that, another offensive board. Jaden Merriweather just plays it so calmly and just rips it out of the hands. What a play.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give her the rebound. I think they give her a steal right there, right? Because McCrolla comes with the rebound and then the foul. Don't know if it's going to be on McCrolla or Garish. See what the referee tells us. It's on Garish.
a tough break for the Knights, but again, the offensive rebounds continue to get attempts and continue to get drives towards the lane, and putting the calls in the hands of the refs is going to get Hampton to the free throw line yet again.
Garish now with her third. So Hampton has 3, Garish has 3, Savannah has 4.
Hampton now with 20 points on the day to lead all scorers.
And she hits both of those, steps up with confidence. She's playing like a first-team all-conference, former conference player of the year, former national freshman of the year, as designated by D3 Hoops. McCrolla steps through, can't finish, and they're going to call Combs, who grabs the ball. Great job fighting between two Knights, and then falls on the baseline. Ends up being Knights ball.
Stellar effort right there from Camden on the box out.
Yeah, if you're going to box out Combs, you better bring it, because that woman fights hard, and we've seen that from Emma Camden all year long as well. She is feisty, has a real competitor spirit.
Still a whole lot of time on the clock for the Knights here, but a bucket would pay huge dividends to the momentum right now.
5 seconds, and they're going to call Vanover with the body as Newman tried to get around her, and that's 3 fouls on Vanover.
Yeah, this defensive battle has led to a large amount of fouls and so many different people approaching that 4 foul mark for Berea. Luckily, nobody in the 4 foul column, just Christensen, as Newman able to knock down that free throw. The Knights in this fourth quarter are going to get attempts at the free throw line, and if they want to win this game, have to shoot a high percentage from that mark, because opportunities are going to be limited. This Berea team plays too smart and too effective. You're going to have to make every possession count.
Combs will get that pick. It was for Hampton. She just really wanted to get that ball. And a switch going up against McCrolla. Unable to finish. Securing the rebound was Garish into the hands of Emma Camden. Camden sneaks into the foul line, thinks better of it, pulls it out. McCrolla with the 20-footer and finishes, flies the flag as she runs down the other end of the court. The Knights down by 3.
Yeah, that's a big-time jumper. Courtney McCrolla, spot up from the baseline, gets her student section fired up. There is energy alive in this gym as the Knights are crawling back, down as much as 10, 9 maybe. Berea here.
Shows the three-pointer, doesn't take it, and then the tip out goes right into the hands of Hampton, and it'll be Knights ball on the tie-up between Camden and Hampton.
Yeah, that was great effort. Courtney McCrolla able to box out and tip the ball outside, but you need somebody to get a hand on it. You can't expect another person to go get it. You got to go get it. The Knights are battling. It has been a scrappy game all day, and this fourth quarter is going to continue to be so.
The Mountaineers have had to back off. Newman takes the three-pointer, goes rebound into the hands of Garish. McCrolla between two, scoops it under, and she'll end up knocking the ball out of bounds off of the efforts between her and Destiny Love, the senior. Destiny fighting with Courtney McCrolla, the junior from Longmont, Colorado. McCrolla, psychology major, playing with very tough emotions and playing like somebody who understands and been in this situation before. That shot doesn't go into the hands of Christensen, as you said, in the game with 4 fouls. Newman going up against Vanover. The runner won't go. Camden grabs the ball, fights through the defensive effort of Combs, and now Christensen looking to go up against Merriweather. Backdoor cut, stop, and the foul from Combs with the body.
What a backdoor cut. Newman is playing out of her mind. The freshman is stepping up to the challenge. There are senior guards on the floor, and she is playing like one. What a backdoor cut. But I want to talk about the patience on her 2 steps to wait for the contact, take it, regardless of getting blocked on the shot. She knew exactly what she was doing, got herself to the free throw line. What a play. Addison Newman, with her family in the building, is playing awesome.
Yeah, the patience of a shaman when you come into that situation. You can force that up if the moment is like kind of too big for you, but really playing with good fundamental basketball IQ, and she has now, as you mentioned, the turnover and the effort, the fight into the hands of Newman, and McCullough will finish with the layup on the other end. The Knights go ahead by 3. The crowd is going crazy. I have never heard it this loud in this building before. Vanover checks over to Coach Milby looking for the play call. Combs will trigger at the top of the key.
What a defensive play from Emma Camden. We've seen her pick pockets. Hampton down the line. Big time rebound from Garish. So loud in here, not even sure they can hear us on the mic, Scotty. What a play. Back-to-back defensive plays.
The three-pointer from Emma Camden, and Trent Milby forced to call a timeout. The bench clears. The crowd is going crazy. This is why you want to win your conference regular season title, so that you can host. Because when you have opportunities like this, when you are down and you need to have a spark, the fans, the bench, these are what play into really building a team and helping them push through adversity. That being said, Berea on the other end, this is a hostile place to play, and they have shown that they have the capacity to step in, ignore it. And when you've got Hampton, and when we've seen her all game long, and yesterday, 38 points, I don't think anything rattles her. Now, she missed that last one, but they're coming in. Their offensive set right now, they're getting Combs, who has McCullough on her, and Hampton's coming in and setting a high pick. And the Knights have been switching that, so now she's going up against McCullough. That's, I think that Coach Milby is doing a great job in getting her in an advantageous position. Surely in the last 6 minutes, this is anybody's game.
Absolutely. The Knights only knocked down one three-pointer before that. Crazy shot from Emma Camden with extreme confidence, building into her team's lead. But the defensive play from Camden is what got this team fired up. And it's crazy. When she hit that first shot, we both said it like, hey, that's a good sign. That's a good sign for the Knights, because Camden is a dog. The Buena Vista, Virginia native is in her hometown, and she is balling right now. It is fourth quarter. This Knight Arena is fired up. It is the USA South Conference Championship.
Standing room only.
What a game. Where else would you rather be? Let's go.
On Knights Broadcasting bringing you this production. Great job from Spalding. And then 2 players on the ground. Could have been a travel call as Vanover kind of rolled over the top of that. Camden limping just a little bit. The block from Garish. Now in the hands of Camden. The Knights looking to trigger early. McCullough thinking better of that. Gets the ball into Garish. She finishes with the and one. The foul against Combs, I believe. Basket counts. No, foul is on Destiny Love.
Rule number 1 is you got to stop ball. Courtney had a wide open look. You might have wanted her to make that shot, but she drives, finds the open look on the help side. Garish makes it count and 1. The Knights are up 6, looking to make it 7. What a turnaround fourth quarter for your Southern Virginia Knights.
Yeah, the business major who loves sushi and her dog Kylo steps up, doing it for Kylo, doing it for her family. They're down here surely from Northern Virginia. Vanover looking to trigger, high pick. Christensen switches off. She's going to have to be careful, playing with 4 fouls. We just had Destiny Love check out with her 4th foul. Great tip to save that, but standing on the baseline was number 23, Cowrie McKeithen. McKeithen has checked in for Destiny Love because Destiny Love is now on 4 fouls.
Yeah, you said it. Heads-up play from Satori, able to keep that ball in. Knights bailed out a little bit with a foot on the line. Need to make sure they're crossing half court here. Newman, smart as ever with the basketball, who has just controlled tempo so well for the Knights, whether they've been up, whether they've been down. Newman has been a consistent force for this squad. The freshman just gets it poked away a little bit by who else? Hampton's been playing great on offense, but is a great perimeter defender and needs credit right there on the way she's been able to guard perimeter for these Southern Virginia guards.
Yeah, she's quick. You know, you can't teach quick, and she is quick. The foul on the arm of Katie Garish will send her to the line. That's the 4th team foul on Berea. The next team foul will be a shooting foul, no matter if it's on the floor or in the act of shooting for the Knights. The Knights have really turned around the fortunes by their shooting, but as you said, it's been the defensive end that they've been able to really focus in and create offense through their defense.
Absolutely, and home court advantage is all about momentum. Emma Camden had that pickpocketed. It brought all that momentum. Unfortunately, Garish can't make those free throws as the Knights need to knock down those free throws. 4 minutes left in this game.
Combs looking to go against Christensen. That's a good matchup in that Christensen has 4 fouls. Now kicking it out to Hampton. She'll look to go against Newman. She falls down, and they're going to get a jump ball call. I can't tell. Coach was trying to call a timeout. She has 3.
Yeah, just 10 seconds on the shot clock. I think possession is going to stay with.
Oh, this is
not a good sight.
Not a good sight for the Mountaineers. Looks like she twisted her ankle as she went to drive. She is so good when she ducks in. She ducks and fades, gives a little hesitation, and then gets to the basket. And she hesitated and went to step back. She rolled her ankle a little bit. She comes off the court.
She is a tough athlete. I'm sure the training staff will get her back as soon as possible. Great to see her walking off on her own power. Looks like she just rolled it a little bit. What a great take. And another offensive board. Make it 2. And a foul call.
So with Hampton on the bench, where's the offense going to come from? This is the exact same thing the Knights went through.
And a foul called on Savannah Christensen right there is going to disqualify her for the remainder of this game. Singer's going to come in off the bench. That is a tough one, but we talked about it so many times. It's so hard to foul on the second possession after an offensive rebound, much less the third possession after 2 offensive rebounds. Tough break right there from Man. The Knights need to rally around that and continue to do what they've been doing, because Savannah isn't the only reason they've built this lead, and the Knights need to continue to build upon each other. And Berea, huge opportunity.
But on Berea's side,
huge opportunity.
Yeah, when you've got Hampton on the bench, but you have Combe doing what she did, and then almost grabbing the offensive rebound again was Vanover.
I'm sure
She's
Vanover's
just being a pest, and eventually they're going to call her for the foul.
I was about to say, I'm sure Vanover with Hampton on the bench is going to do more on the offensive end. And right there, she said, no, I'm doing it on the defensive end. Picks up full court. The pressure has been there all night. Gets called for a little bit of a hand check right there on Newman, who we've talked about it tonight, has been handling the basketball like none other. Steps to the free throw line, knocks down the first one.
So Vanover with 4. They had Destiny Love with 4, but I think they're only showing her with 3. It has Addison Newman, freshman what? Like stepping up and hitting both of those as though she has never felt any pressure in her life. The handoff to Vanover. She'll step back. Garish. Great job from Vanover doing her best Hampton imitation. I guess when you sit around and you play against Hampton day in and day out and you see that kind of shooting, we hadn't seen that shot from Vanover all night long.
Absolutely, and I had just mentioned, I assumed with Hampton on the bench that Vanover was going to make an effort to be an offensive threat, as well as Spalding, who both of them have scored. I think Vanover now with her 10th point, nearly at a double-double here. Combs, of course, with 15, but we haven't seen a whole lot of guard play on the scoring side besides Hampton. Now with Hampton on the bench, dealing with that injury, trying to get back, you're going to see Vanover and Spalding take more shots. We saw it in the game yesterday when Hampton went to the bench. What a shot right there from Vanover, doing, as you said, her best Hampton impersonation.
And Spalding just came to the scores table to check in, and Spalding is 0 for 6 right now. She is 2 for 2 from the free throw line, but she's 0 for 6 from the field. And this is an opportunity for her to step up and shine. 3.5 minutes left. Knights ball on the inbound, and Hampton still not coming in. So you have 2 first-team all-conference players and 2 of the very best offensive players in Christensen and Hampton, both on the bench. Who would have thought this would be the outcome in terms of composition on the court in the last 3.5 minutes of the game?
I think right now it's going to come down who's going to play smarter.
Thrown
Great
ahead
outside pass
to Newman. Newman 2-on-1, and they're going to call a kick on Jaden Merriweather, the freshman from Greenville.
Just to finish my point, it's going to be who plays smarter, who takes care of the basketball. Turnovers in these last 3 minutes are going to be huge. Whoever can either make an awesome play on the defensive end and switch momentum if you're Berea, or if you can continue to take care of the basketball, get good looks and a great opportunity here on the inbound, gets the ball inside to Garish.
Camden will step out. Now Newman on the ball. Newman, 4-time letter winner in 3 different sports, and McCrolla misses that turnaround. Great opportunity for her. Combs looking to push. She's got Katie Garish in the way, and they're going to call the charge as Katie Garish, Conference Defensive Player of the Year, standing just outside the restricted area, draws the charge. That'll be a foul on Combs, and I think it was a smart play by Combs. She just needed to harness her inner Hampton and stop and do a little floater instead of taking it straight to the rim.
Absolutely. Hampton has such the ability to stop her momentum and stop in her tracks. That time the momentum carried her into Garish. That's what caused the charge. What a confident play from the senior to draw that charge. Down the lane is Newman.
With the cut, fine assist to Emma Camden. Camden opportunity to shoot it, decided not to shoot it, instead finds her teammate, partner in arms at the guard play. Addison Newman, the freshman.
We've talked about it all night. Newman cuts towards the basket with a purpose, and if you're going to cut, you have to cut with a purpose. 19 points. Addison Newman is leading her team in scoring right now.
Spalding doing a great job on the defensive end. Eventually just too much. Just a little bit too much. You can't get both hands. You can use that body all day long, but you just can't end up pushing off on the defensive side. She gets called for that, and that'll be her 4th foul. So now 2 players on the Mountaineers side, both her and Vanover, with 4 fouls as Newman steps up, looking to hit her first of 2.
I could not be more impressed with the way Addison Newman has played today. She has got to the free throw line. This is going to be her 12th and 13th free throw attempt here. She has been so consistent. I haven't seen her sit more than a minute today. What a game from the freshman. Head coach Lynette Schroeder leaning on her freshman on the defensive end, and what do you know it, she pops off offensively.
I don't know if her mom, great job getting underneath that. Where's the scoring going to come from? There it is, Merriweather getting it inside the defense, doing a great job. Coach Schroeder does have 3 timeouts with 2 minutes left. Camden had a chance to take it up, decided to try and drop that pass to Garish. It's in her nature. It's just who she is. She would rather share the ball than get a basket herself. And we've got Destiny Love coming back in.
Absolutely. You'd love to see Camden, make that pass for a great layup right there. But Camden could have drawn contact right there, maybe held onto that ball for 1 more second. Either way, possession arrow stays with the Knights. Need to be smart and get the ball inbounded here. Late into that.
Newman entering pass into McCrolla. McCrolla comes through. Can't finish, but Emma Camden is able to get in front of her defender. Draws that foul on, tell you who it is in a second. It's going to be, I think they're going to call it a shooting foul. Well, there's 5 fouls anyway, so she will get 2 shots. Foul on number 5.
We've seen Bailey Vanover there.
Sorry, Destiny Combs with her 3rd foul.
You're good. Sorry about that. We've seen Bailey Vanover on the defensive end track down those loose balls and get up for rebounds. Emma Camden this time getting it done in the 4th quarter on the defensive end. Attacks on the defensive glass, just can't get that one to fall. Able to pull up the offensive rebound, though. What a play from Camden.
Just disappointing right now that Hampton is still on the sideline. It must be something. It has to be pretty bad, because she is one of the best and most aggressive competitors that we have ever seen step foot on the Knights basketball court. She plays with the same kind of effort that you see coming out of Savannah Christensen and Emma Camden. Like, she is exactly the kind of player that, as a coach, you love to have on your team. And for her to still be on the sideline over there is just heartbreaking for her teammates, Coach Milby, and the Berea faithful.
Absolutely. She left with 21 points to lead. And now Newman tied up with her, both with 21 points. We're going to have to check the stats for sure, but that's got to be pretty close to Newman's career high. Couldn't have come at more opportune time. But if you're the Knights, you know the job is not done. Just an 8-point game, and this Berea defense is going to go absolutely nowhere as we see a great
turnover.
Play.
Great job, the block coming from the Knights, but the turnover in transition allows for Berea to close this possibly to a 5-point lead with a 3-pointer.
The Knights need to take care of the ball in full court. What a defensive stand from Berea. Has to get turnovers here, has to do something.
Vanover's looking to trigger. Who's going to take this shot? Vanover's gets inside Garish. Can't get it to fall. And they're going to call, is it going to be over the back or a jump ball? It's a jump ball, and it's going to be Knights ball. Jump ball, Knights ball, minute 13 left.
Emma Camden stepping back from no challenge, goes up, and it looked like an over the back. Could have been called for sure, but either way, jump ball. Emma Camden holds strong, able to get to the team possession. Need to get the ball in here, gets it into Garish.
Garish is going to push the ball across the timeline, looking for her teammates. Finds the streaking Singer, and that ball goes down as she shoots the floater from the front rim. Back to a 10-point lead now. Spalding, hesitation, up and under, and finishes. She will not go down. Easy.
Singer gets it in real quick. Full
now to
court
Camden,
outlet.
up ahead of Vanover. Vanover has 4 fouls. She can't foul. Camden goes into the into the stands. Vanover pushing 10-point lead. Timeout by Coach Milby.
The Knights are fired up here. Points in transition from Singer to start it, and then Camden right after.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't.
No idea. Looked like there was some type of stoppage of play, a timeout, but there's
Coach Milby saying, I didn't call a timeout.
Show goes on.
Yeah, no timeout. 10-point lead, 42 seconds left. Trying to get inside. Can't do so with the finish. Knights with the rebound. Emma Camden. Berea not exactly sure what to do right now. They're not going to foul. Up to Katie Garish. Combs not covering down.
Knights
timeout from Schroeder.
Knights faithful are going crazy right now. 12-point game. All the air let out over there on the Berea sideline. Hard to lose your best player when they did. Arguably their best player when they did. But
I don't know if there's an argument. I don't know who would argue against Hampton
being trying to be fair, but full credit to Hampton having an incredible game before she went out with that injury. The Knights take advantage and are building in that lead, and on that bucket right there from Katie, the Knights just running down the floor when Berea seemed to be walking here. 28 seconds left, and then we get to crown a USA South Conference champion.
It's been a long season for both these teams. They've fought really hard. This opportunity to play in this game, if you're Berea Mountaineer, if you're an SVU Knight, you work so hard to get to this point. And I love watching the two teams that we've seen the Knights play in the last 2 days, Piedmont last night and this team. This is basketball at a really, really high level. And the USA South is such a great conference to be in with. Such an incredible opportunity. The steal and the foul. Anna Singer will go to the free throw line with 14 seconds left.
Katie Garish with the exclamation point at the end. Nothing easy. Sends that one back. Has to have more than 5 blocks on the day. The defensive player of the year, showing out in what may be probably at least one of her final games here in Knight Stadium.
She started the game, that first series, as we're seeing some players check out. Senior Bailey Vanover walks off the court for her final time. Really an awesome opportunity to see her play on this court. I'm so impressed by Vanover, this senior guard from Richmond, Kentucky. Singer hits that shot. But I was saying Garish started the game with that block on the very first series. Finishes here with the block at the end. Great bookends for the defensive player of the year, as you said. And the Knights playing a little defense. Combs gets to the front of the rim, can't finish. She'll get the rebound and finish.
Yeah, credit to Combs today. Had a great game, tried to score, and many different ways.
As the
played great
clock goes down to
defense.
double zeros, the team storms the court.
And that is an awesome sight for the seniors that have played here, for the fans that have been here, for the staff that have put on all these games. What a moment as the crowd is going to rush the floor a little bit here in celebration of a USA South Conference Championship in SVU's first season in that conference.
They were picked to finish 7th out of 10 teams on the East Division, which, honestly, let's say if you look at the number to vote, 41 points, that would have put them picked to finish about 13th in the conference. And here they are as conference championships from picking, voted to pick, finish below 10 at least.
Yeah.
And here they are finishing. What a great testament to both Coach of the Year, Lynette Schroeder, and her assistant, Brett, the whole coaching staff, and as you mentioned, all the people involved in the production of this, but the players themselves who believed in what's going on and really working hard. Emma Camden being tackled by her friends and family on the court. It's just a great opportunity. That was her mother who just went down with Camden.
Yeah, another great moment right there between Garish and Christensen, who have been playing together for 4 years and have been, had the goal of bringing a championship here to SVU. Garish jumping into Christensen's arms saying, "We did it, we finally did it." What a moment. Well deserved for this Southern Virginia team.
Those two players actually chose in that COVID season to take a semester off and so that they could come back and really want to have a full season together, and here it pays off. That being said, man, when I look over at that Berea bench and I look at what we saw at Piedmont, what we saw at Greensboro, the Final Four teams, and here
Garish being awarded MVP of the USA South Conference Tournament. Well-deserved. Katie Garish, All-American resume, putting on a show for us every night. Love to see it. Well-deserved award right there. More USA South All-Tournament team will be announced being announced over here on the intercom on USASouth.net later on. A lot of great awards as we talked about at Hampton, Vanover. Christensen had a great tournament. And I want to talk real quick. We talked about her all night, but Newman, what a game. 21 points from Addison Newman, an incredible game, and then led her team to, of course, a USA South Conference Championship. Southern Virginia gets to celebrate. As
they're the conference champions. They're going to hold up the trophy. If you haven't had a chance to go on the Knights Instagram page, Knights_WBB, jump in there and see what the Knights social media staff is putting together. There'll be some fantastic pictures of this game, the last game, and here you see the Knights getting together. It's a really special moment when you can hold up that finger, number one in the conference. But to do it coming off of the COVID situation, to do it with a group where this is really only the second season with the Schroeders, just really an impressive opportunity for the Knights. And then Berea finishing second in the conference, which they have had incredible, both Piedmont and Berea have been consummate and consistent number one, number two teams in the conference for the last 4 years, right? As you see Hampton being carried off by her teammate, my heart just opens up for her in terms of how hard that is to watch your teammates when you knew that there was, your shoulders that they were really leaning on to finish. She brought everything that she needed to do and more to keep her team in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Full credit there and hope for the best for her. The Knights able to secure a USA South Conference Championship. Glad to be here. Glad to be a part of this season for the Southern Virginia Knights. What a year. Go Knights.
Go Knights.